Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 16th CineYouth Film Festival. My name is Ryan Saunders, and I'm the festival director here at CineYouth. And I'm so excited to welcome all of you to the awards ceremony for CineYouth. It's been a long journey getting here. We originally had CineYouth scheduled for May of 2020, and naturally that didn't quite go according to plan. But when we postponed, we wanted to make sure that we had time to come up with a festival experience that would still be fulfilling for young filmmakers, because that's so important to us. So eventually what we did was we reopened submissions and we welcomed all this new work into the festival, and we got to see what people had been up to for the past year and how they had faced the challenges of the pandemic and crafting new work. And so we're so excited to have presented these 102 films from 25 different countries. And it's been more global than ever. We've had some incredible Q&As throughout the festival this past weekend. We've had people calling in from all over. This morning, we had a filmmaker from India chiming in. He was from fourth grade, but it was 11 p.m., so he stayed up quite late. And it was just such a treasured moment. And for me especially, it's, the festival is an extremely exciting and an important moment for me. And it was just so great to connect with all these filmmakers from around the world whose works I was familiar with. So yeah, it's been wonderful. And so now I'm glad that all of you are here so we can celebrate this work, and we can hear from the juries and they can talk about their favorite films and the films they decided to award. So first off, I want to thank our sponsors for CineYouth, for whom this festival wouldn't have been possible without. Thank you to Adobe for sponsoring programs in the festival and programming this sponsoring this award ceremony. We're eternally grateful for you. Thank you to Hamilton Watch and to our other sponsor, DePaul University. And also a big shout out to NIFTY, the National Film Festival of Talented Youth, for both sponsoring an award in this category and then also for just helping out with the panel and like building that bridge between our festivals. It's been a wonderful collaborative experience as all of us are sort of spread out around the world and kind of tuning into things virtually this year. So before we begin, I'd like to welcome Artistic Director of Cinema Chicago, Mimi Plauché, to say a few words.
Thank you, Ryan. Good afternoon. As Ryan said, I'm Mimi Plauché. I'm the Artistic Director of Cinema Chicago and the Chicago International Film Festival. And I wanted to thank you all to the awards ceremony of the 16th CineYouth Festival. A big congratulations and also a thank you to Ryan and his team of programmers for putting together such an engaging and excellent festival this year. I also wanted to express our gratitude to all the members of the juries who gave both their time and their expertise to the jurying process of all these different competitions. We value your generosity with your time and also your generosity of spirit. The juries that I spoke with personally all expressed the joy that they received from watching the films and also how moved by and amazed they were with the artistic value and emotional quality of the films that they watched. I wanted to congratulate all of the filmmakers and then all of the award winners here today. It is your work that has not only impressed us and the juries, but also our audiences. So with that, let's get to the awards.
Great, thank you so much, Mimi. So first off, we have the Animation Award, and here to present the Animation Award is jury member Margaret Bialis. So Margaret, you can come join me up here.
Hi, everyone. So I'll just share a few words. As we've observed over the past year, similar to what Ryan said previously, isolation during the coronavirus pandemic can quickly weigh on us. At least it's quickly weighed on me. The jurors for the Animation Award felt that this film in particular was an especially poignant observation in light of the past year of the duality of personal reflection and neurosis when spending too much time alone. Coupled with its technical know-how, breadth, and captivating storytelling, I am honored to present the award for animation to Hriday Jagadeva's The Quiet.
Thank you so much. Wow, I'm just so honored to be receiving this award. Thank you. Yeah, like a lot of my, my film centers around loneliness and isolation, and interestingly, my animation process as well is largely done in loneliness and isolation, but I just love every minute of it. And I just want to say, yeah, huge thank you to everyone involved, to Ryan and everyone involved in making CineYouth possible, for giving me this incredible opportunity to be a part of this. It was so amazing to be able to watch all the amazing films, and yeah, I'm just so grateful. Thank you so much. A big thank you from Australia.
Thank you so much. Well deserved. Wonderful to have you call in from Australia. So next up, we have the Drama Award. And so there were certain categories in CineYouth this year, because the program encompasses such a long period of time, that we had different juries for the different years for the films. So we have the Drama Award was presented in both a 2020 Drama Award and a 2021 Drama Award. So here to present the Drama Award for the 2020 films is Aaron Greer. So Aaron, you could come up here.
All right. Wonderful to come up here. Means just turn on my camera and mic. On behalf of my fellow jurors, Brian Kahn and Angie Gaffney, I want to salute all of the CineYouth artists and the finalists for the Drama Award in particular. As Mimi alluded to, I can say with full honesty that deciding on the winner for this award proved both more challenging and inspiring than we anticipated going into the process. As filmmakers, we were frankly impressed by the craft and mature skill demonstrated in all of the films. And as people, we're really moved by their humanity and emotional depth. These weren't just well-made films, they were films with something important to say. And I can tell you that discussing the films was one of the best conversations that I've had about movies in a long time. And the winner of this year's award was, I think, a beautiful example of both that cinematic excellence and, in this case, a look at the nature of friendship, at identity formation, at self-actualization. And that winner is She Who Wasn't Tamed. The winners were not able to join us live, but have sent a video acceptance.
Salam, thank you so much to the jury for giving our film the Best Drama Award. And I hope in near future we will have some better days and we can meet in person in real life and have a real festival experience. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much and take care.
Next up, we have the Drama 2021 Award, and that will be presented by jury member Michael Flores. So Michael, if you could join me up here in the digital space, as Aaron mentioned.
All right. Hey, everyone. Yeah, I, along with Lily Calfee and James Choi, had the honor of judging the drama category for 2021. It was truly a pleasure to watch all these powerful and timely films. And in the end, we selected a film that is as terrifying as it is beautiful. As an editor myself, I was particularly impressed by the editing and the sound design. And we were all moved by the story, which shows us what the world might look like if we fail to change our ways. And therefore, the result, or the award for best film for the drama category goes to The Pleasure of Killing Bugs by Leonardo Martinelli.
Thank you very much. I'm deeply honored, deeply thankful for this. Thank you for the festival. Thank you, the jury, especially the festival that brings highlights to films made from young people. And many times on other traditional festivals, we don't have as much space. So we are very thankful for having this special space to highlight films from young people. And thank you for awarding our film that brings those issues that are universal, but at the same time, Brazil is in this profoundly difficult time, both because of the pandemic and in this total chaos, so the political crisis as well. So it is extremely important that we can bring these issues to the rest of the world as a discussion and as well in the language of filmmaking. So thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here with you guys and very thankful.
Next up, we have the Comedy Award, and here to present the Comedy Award will be jury member Ron Falzone. So Ron, you could take it away.
Well, first off, congratulations to everyone who got their films into the festival and had that opportunity to see their films seen. Anybody who's ever toiled in comedy knows the same cliche, which is dying is easy, comedy is hard. And that's true for a very simple reason. We tend to think of comedy as the ability to get a laugh. It isn't. It's the ability to observe human behavior from a slightly skewed viewpoint. And so it is with great pleasure that on behalf of my fellow jury members, Gary Fox and Mariano DeMarco, that we honor a film that we saw that really split this difference beautifully. And therefore, the Comedy Award is going to Kai Tamazawa for No Fan of Andy. Kai could not be here, so we have for you a video acceptance.
Thank you so much for this Best Comedy Award. It is an honor to be a part of CineYouth among so many brilliant and hilarious young filmmakers. I have to thank the jurors and my incredible cast and crew. This film was a blast to make, and I can't thank you enough.
So next up, we have the Horror Award. And here to present the Horror Award is Shayna Connolly. So Shayna, you can join me up here.
Thanks, Ryan. My fellow jurors, Miguel Rodriguez, Jason Tostovan, and I all found the films in the horror competition to be exceptional. This year's winner is especially ambitious. It's sophisticated and engrossing, with dread that arises from the film's use of editing, sound, and cinematography. In this eerie, self-contained world, ordinary objects become portals to an extraordinary landscape. Accepting the award for his film Hollow is director Max Bottrill. Congratulations, Max.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna try to keep this as short as possible. But firstly, I want to thank my sister Beatrice for filming with me, even when she really didn't want to. My mom and my dad for giving me emotional and financial support. They're watching this with my grandma, who I also want to thank. Love you guys. My friend Tabby and her dad Matt, who did such a fantastic job with the soundtrack, and other family members and friends, some of whom are listed in the credits, others who aren't. You know who you are. I love you guys. Also, I want to thank Crazy Frog for teaching me how to edit video, as well as the people who I have met at this festival. Courtney, Ty, Nathan, Nick, Shira, Daria, and Sharam specifically. You guys are all really, really cool people and talented filmmakers. And it was really a pleasure meeting you. And finally, I want to thank the festival people, specifically Jackie and Ryan, for, among other things, asking such insightful and interesting questions. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Max. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here at the festival, along with all the other filmmakers here. So next up, we have the Documentary Award, and that will be presented by jury member John Otterbacher. So John, you could take it away.
Thanks, Ryan. Wonderful to be up or on screen. This year, I had the honor of jurying the documentary category with Sarah Biagini and Charles Borg. It was one of the most competitive categories I've ever judged. We were really impressed by all the films we saw. And this film in particular had a wonderful and kind of unique energy and voice. And it did what all good documentaries do, which is it took us to a place we'd never been and introduced us to people that we would never otherwise get a chance to meet. It's a beautiful film. This year's award goes to Nancy Nguyen for her film Crescendo, excuse me.
Hi, I wanted to say thank you so much. It's an incredible honor. Thank you to CineYouth and the jurors and the programmers. I want to say thank you to the program which supported me for this film, which was UC Irvine Digital Filmmaking. Additionally, Fundación Paraguaya and the students at the school in Cerrito. So it's a huge honor, and I'm so thankful for all the support.
Thank you so much, Nancy. Great to have you here in attendance at the ceremony. Next up, we have a very new award for CineYouth, naturally. It's the Pandemic Cinema Award. So as I mentioned, we had a lot of films come in that were made within the last year that directly tackled the pandemic itself. So yeah, it's a first for CineYouth, and I guess it's a little odd to say, but hopefully the last time we'll be giving out the Pandemic Award at CineYouth. But here to present that award is jury member Emily Drake.
Thanks, Ryan. My fellow pandemic cinema jurors, Maxwell Planck, Emily Sue, and I were all so impressed by this category. Like Ryan said, we were looking at films that were made specifically during this past year, which we all know was a very trying year. And we were especially touched by Exposure's intimate portrayal of an ICU nurse during this time. The storytelling and style of the film are truly captivating. Accepting the award today is Claire Imler. So I'm going to turn things over to her. Congratulations and cheers to you, Claire, on your great film.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope this film was able to give you an inside perspective of what the nursing community faced this past year. And I owe it all to Deanna, the nurse who, was in this documentary, for sharing her story with me and allowing me to create this film around it. So thank you, CineYouth, for recognizing it and allowing me to share it with you all.
Thank you, Claire. It's a wonderful film. So next up, we have the LGBTQ award, which is being presented also by NFTY, the National Film Festival for Talented Youth. And one of the exciting things about this award is the film that wins the LGBTQ award is also winning an invitation to screen their film at NFTY 2022. So here to present that award is jury member Hannah Welliver.
Hello. Hey, everyone. Hannah here. Super excited to be here, and thanks to CineYouth for including me on the panel this year, the jury panel, alongside some of my peers, CJ Arellano and Ashley Battle. We had such a great time watching all the films and taking time to talk about them. I think, with all the festivals being digital this year, connecting with people has been sort of seldom. So any chance I get to do that is always really special. All the films did a wonderful job at reflecting the current state of the queer experience, from personal stories to metaphor to protecting your best friend from being brainwashed by an alien. We were so impressed and can't wait to see what's next for all the filmmakers involved. Today's winner exemplifies what stories are necessary to move our culture forward. Shedding light on things unseen through the lens of intimate documentation, reminding us of the importance of empathy and shared experience, something critical in today's society. Stories of queer Indigenous people are so rarely represented, yet a vital part of the LGBTQ experience. I want to thank the brave and talented filmmakers for bringing us into their community and sharing Jerry's story. And with that in mind, I want to congratulate the filmmakers of the film Pitoche's Nakozian for being our winner in this year's category. So thanks so much. I don't think they can join, but I'll pass it back to you, Ryan. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much, Hannah. A very well-deserved award for Jerry and her brother, Jose. So next up, we have the International Award. And here to present the International Award is Tom McSorley. So Tom, you could join us up here.
Thank you, Ryan. Hello from Canada, everybody. It was a great honor to be a member of the international jury, and I want to thank my fellow jurors, Kent Kai from China, Isabel Ivars from Spain, but she lives in Berlin, so that's pretty international, and Yanis Sakaridis, who's Greek, who lives in London. So it truly is an international jury. So that was a wonderful experience. I echo what everybody else has said thus far. The selections were extraordinary, and it gives me great optimism as a programmer and a curator to see such an amazing talent all over the world of young filmmakers and filmmakers of the future. So again, thanks to the festival for having me as a juror, and I'm pleased to tell you that the award for the International Award jury is a highly emotional, honest, real life family drama, but it's a documentary. It's constructed and edited masterfully, and it touched us deeply and is a brilliant example of its genre. So the award goes to Carol Nguyen's No Crying at the Dinner Table. And we have a video clip from the film. Carol is shooting another film, so she can't join us.
Hello, my name is Carol Nguyen. I'm the director of No Crying at the Dinner Table. Thank you so much, CineYouth, for awarding our film with this award. I'm so grateful and it means so much, especially considering the fact that I had a high school film in the festival over 5, 6 years ago. So it really feels like I'm circling back and I'm coming back to the same community that supported me since the beginning. So thank you so much. I hope one day we can all meet in person and that I can be a part of the festival in real life. Thank you. Bye.
Next up, we have the Experimental Award, and this was another award that was split between 2 years. So we have the Experimental 2020 Award and the Experimental 2021 Award. And I would like to thank our sponsor, Hamilton Watch, for sponsoring this award and presenting it. So next up, we have Susan Kearns to present the Experimental 2020 Award. Susan?
Thanks, Ryan. The experimental jury included Cecilia Condit, Kelly Terrell, and Laj Wagre. And I just want to tell you that we were so impressed by all of the films we saw and the range of films that we saw in the experimental category. In fact, you might say that this film won by a hair. The experimental jury loved the juxtaposition of wash days, visuals of basic but complicated everyday rituals with the discussion of cultural conversations around hair, including ownership of one's body, expressions of gender, and expressions of self-love and growth. We're so excited to support the continued film career of Courtney Jackson and are eager to see what Courtney does next. So congratulations to Courtney Jackson and Wash Day.
Wow, thank you so much, CineYouth, and thank you to the jury. It's really an honor to be celebrated in this category and to have my own filmmaking convention celebrated in this way. So thank you so much. I also want to say huge thanks to Eve, Kiera, and Magda, who are a part of this film. Thank you so much for trusting me throughout this process with your stories, your honesty, and your vulnerability. This film literally would be nothing without your grace. So thank you so much. You have my utmost gratitude. I'm also really going to quickly reiterate Max's comments and say that I had an amazing experience getting to meet some of the really talented filmmakers in this festival, and being with you all in the festival lounge has been one of the highlights for sure of this festival. So thank you so much to y'all, and thank you to Jackie and Ryan for making a great festival. Thanks.
It's been wonderful getting to know you as well, Courtney. Thank you for attending the festival. Next up, we have the Experimental 2021 Award presented by Hamilton Watch. And here to present the award is jury member Amy Bestie. So Amy?
Thanks, Ryan. This year's group of experimental finalists were all so extraordinary in their themes, in their stories and approaches. And I and my fellow jurists, Sam Blanchard and John Josephus Raphael Eblahan, we were so honored to get a chance to see them, to discuss them, and to really spend time with these incredible voices. The prize for Best Experimental Film goes to Tessa Hill's This Is a Completely Normal Home Movie for its inventive assemblage of visual material to create an expansive digital world. And Hill's film is formally bold. It's a timely invocation of anxiety in unprecedented times. So congratulations, Tessa.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much to CineYouth and the jury for this honor and for programming such an amazing virtual festival this year. My biggest thank you is to my parents for being forever supportive of me and for giving me a home, which is the home in which this film emerged, where I felt boredom, sure, but also incredible safety and love. And most of all, I just want to say that this film, oddly enough, came from a place of gratitude, and in the exploration of like mundanity, vanity, utter boredom, and fear. I also wanted to kind of prod at those feelings a bit and question them, and in a way be grateful for them. I want to be grateful for the safety and the privilege that defined them. So I hope whoever sees this film feels and questions all those complicated and real feelings that created it. And thank you so much again for this recognition, and thank you for an amazing festival.
Next up, we have the Rising Star Award, which is presented by Adobe. And the Rising Star Award is given to a filmmaker who, at the time of completion of their film, was 18 years old or younger. So here to celebrate this new Rising Star is jury member Jacqueline Gisvold. Jacqueline?
Hello, everyone. So Ananda, Ray, and I are super grateful to have been jury members for the Rising Star Award this year. And there were so many great films. It was really joy to watch through all of them. We were drawn to one film's unique style of stop motion and animation and storytelling, however. So we're super excited to award this year's Rising Star Award to Daria Litvichenko's Meeting at 5:30. Congratulations, and we can't wait to see what you make next.
Hello, and it is a great honor for me to receive this award. And I just wanted to say that for me, film is all about erasing boundaries, both in space and time. And one can easily get a lot of inspiration from a piece of art which was created in a completely different country decades ago. And that's why thank you to CineYouth for bringing all these filmmakers from different countries together and giving this opportunity to exchange ideas. And I'm just looking forward to the remaining days of the festival. Thank you.
Now the final two awards we'll be giving out is the Chicago Award, and it's also been split across the Chicago 2020 Award and the Chicago 2021 Award. And the Chicago Award is presented by DePaul University, so thank you so much for sponsoring this award. And so to get started, we have the DePaul 2020, or the Chicago 2020 Award, and that will be presented by jury member Harula Rose. Harula?
Hi, it is an honor to present this award. My colleagues in the jury were Ian Kaiser and Alex Thompson, and we all like to geek out on movies, and we were tremendously inspired by so many of these films and their stories. And I just wanted to say congratulations to everyone who entered and made it this far. There was one that stood out above the rest in that it carried with it the marriage of all of the cinematic language elements. It was a great story, character, poignant theme, the way it was shot, the way it moved, the way it sounded, the performances. I'm really, really excited to see what you guys do next. So this is for Children Play with Fire for Samuel Johnson and Jakari Thompson.
Hey. The word. We made this a while ago, so it's really great to know that people have seen it. I want to thank CineYouth for having me back and even Kari back too, actually. And I want to thank Ryan and everyone at the festival. It's a privilege to be here, and yeah, there's so many people to thank. I'll keep it short. Thank you, Kari, for helping me, for letting me help you work this film out. Thanks to my family. And yeah, it's a real honor to be here. So thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much, Sam. Always a pleasure welcoming you back to CineYouth. And now we have the Chicago 2021 Award, the final award we're giving out during this ceremony. And here to present that award are two jury members. We have Andre Muir and Ramon Hule.
All right. Yeah, so I'll be presenting it. It's Andre here. I'm so honored to be, I want to thank CineYouth. I'm so honored to be on this jury and alongside Ramon Hule and Jax Clark as well. We were so excited just because there were so many good films coming out of Chicago. Like, I'm so stoked for the future of Chicago filmmaking. The film that we ended up going with just moved really well and spoke to a very important topic for Chicago, which is food deserts. Across Chicago, thousands struggle with access to healthy food. This film was an eye-opening expose on modern food deserts, which is both fascinating to watch, but also alarming and essential. This filmmaker explored both the problem, but also profiled individuals that were a part of the solution. The documentary followed Kathy Moore and her amazing work that she's doing with St. James Food Pantry in Chicago, alongside Sean Ruan and Just Roots Farm. Documentaries work really well when they illuminate and make you think on important subjects while not losing sight of the heart and soul of the piece, which is Kathy's story. This film does that and more. I'm truly impressed with the work and look forward to Anna's future projects. Congratulations to Anna Lee Ackerman for her film As We Are Planted.
Wow, I'm so incredibly grateful. First and foremost, thank you so much to the CineYouth team for making this such a welcoming film festival experience in these virtual times. And thank you to the jury for taking the time to watch As We Are Planted. To the Just Roots Chicago team, especially Sean, thank you so much for trusting me with part of the Just Roots story. To the St. James Catholic Church team, especially Kathy, thank you so much for welcoming me into your home and being so vulnerable with me through this filmmaking process. To my production crew who all volunteered their time, and thank you so much for sharing your talents with me and with the world. To my mentors and teachers at Columbia College Chicago who have guided me in this documentary creation process and have molded me to be the documentary filmmaker I am today. To my parents, sister, friends, and boyfriend who have supported my documentary journey, encouraged me, and made this virtual experience even more fun. And I may be biased, but I definitely think that documentaries are the future. And I think documentaries are just evidence that everyone has a story worth telling and that your story matters. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Anna. And I just want to thank everyone at CineYouth for sharing all your work with us. It's been such an exciting process going through all these submissions and finding these films. They're all so beautiful and wonderful and have moved me beyond words. So you know what? I'd like to ask everyone if they could turn their videos back on. I would love to get a group shot of all of us. And if we could all just sort of, present ourselves here. It's a huge crowd. Looks like we got a lot. Great. And we could, wow, I don't know. There's so many of us. I don't know if we can, it looks it's on 2 pages for me. How does it look for everybody else? Sorry, I guess I didn't think about this. Well, let's just do a big smile and then I'll grab a grab a big screenshot. So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. All right, page 2. Thank you, everyone. Awesome. What a wonderful festival. Thank you all so much. And I hope, CineYouth is still going on. So be sure to check out these films. Be sure to check out not just the award-winning films, but all the other films in the festival. And congratulations to everyone. It's been such a joy having all of you here at CineYouth. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Ryan. It was a really, really good time.